When we celebrate high school seniors, it's usually in transitional terms, learning about the accomplishments achieved in one phase of life while honoring the personality traits that earned them, and how the work ethic and fortitude shown in younger years will inevitably affect success later on. But in this case, the post-high school success is already well underway. In this episode of Senior Spotlight, we travel to Roosevelt High School, where one senior's lasting legacy is already being written. This is the first Senior Spotlight we've started with a Google search. Roosevelt High School senior Cade Thompson isn't just well known at his school, he's making a name for himself across the globe.
Cade has taken his vocal talents around the world already, and it is so embraced by his friends here in the department. He's gone about a week, a month, I would guess. He's every day that he's in school, he's in choir, and when he's not, the students, there's just an excited energy and a buzz about where is Cade this time. And it might be in Nashville recording an album, it might be on a tour on the East Coast, or he's heading out to Ohio tomorrow, or it may be across the world in Malta. We just never know where he's going to go next, but we know that it's going to be great things, and we love that he's a part of our choir family.
This weekend I'm going to Toledo, Ohio. I have a show there, actually Sunday night, so I'll fly into Detroit and leave early in the morning. And I usually have like travel days like 2 times a month, so whether that's flying or driving or a show here and a show there. Yeah, I'll be performing with 2 other groups, and actually a Christian radio station is putting on the event, and so they've just brought all of us out to do an event and the whole radio thing behind it. So it's pretty exciting because that's my first radio event I've ever done. So it's super exciting. So
Tours, and as Robyn mentioned, an album, which is nearly complete.
Well, I've been going back and forth between Nashville to finish up my record, which I'm really excited about. It's been a cool journey the past couple of years, and thankful that RHS has just been able to support me and champion me along this journey. And so there's been a lot of trips to Nashville finishing up music, and then there's about a couple shows a month where I might be gone out on the weekends. We're almost done. We're kind of in like the post-production stages, so getting the mixing and the mastering done. So hopefully the first single will be out in April, and it'll all come together in the fall, most likely.
An album full of Cade's original music.
Yeah, thankfully I've been able to write more and figure out who I am as an artist and what that looks like. So my whole show is all of my songs now, which is cool. It's cool to be at that point, to have enough content to work with and the right vision and the right message behind it all.
Inspired, at least partly, by his experiences at Roosevelt.
I think a lot of it is like, honestly, walking through the high school halls, like seeing what people are going through. And a big part of my inspiration is obviously my faith and my background. Without my faith, like, there'd be no point in what I do. And I just really think music is an amazing way to inspire and to bring hope and that message of truth to this world.
Unsurprisingly, Cade has been heavily involved in music at Roosevelt throughout his years here.
We currently have 10 choirs. We have 4 academic choirs: freshman chorus, mixed chorus, chorale, and concert choir. And if you are a member of those, then ensembles are available to you as well, which we have a men's choir, a women's choir, a chamber jazz choir, and 3 show choirs. Cade Thompson has been a special part of the Roosevelt Choir Department since he's come to Roosevelt. He's always been such a pure joy getting involved in any way he can. He's gone through all of the choirs throughout his years, and this year is a part of our concert choir and our executive chamber. You will see Cade today rehearsing with executive chamber, which is a smaller group of the concert choir. It's 16 featured singers that do a variety of Renaissance music and contemporary music in the fall, and then they transition into a jazz choir in the spring. So they are working on a jazz set that we're taking to SDSU in April. So you'll see him working on that. And then as we transition into concert choir, today is a partnering day with the University of Sioux Falls Concert Choir. So we're doing a rehearsal shared. They will sing for us, we will sing for them, and it's just a time for high school and college to get together and share what they're doing.
Cade participating in Roosevelt's vocal music program seems obvious, but he's nowhere near alone. The number of students in this program has exploded in recent years.
When I came to Roosevelt in 2011, we had about our choirs totaled about 259 people, and this year it's just at about 600. So it has exploded over the last 7 years, and I think a lot of that is due to the popularity of show choir, but also our other ensembles are striving and achieving as well. Our concert choir performed at a huge regional conference 3 years ago, and each of the choirs know that they have a place, a crucial place in the department, and they're all taken seriously, and they all have a set of high expectations.
Even if he tries to blend in, he stands out.
When he is in the room, he changes the energy in the room. Everything feels positive. He has the purest heart. He is just a beautiful human being inside and out, and he treats everybody equally, and people flock to him. He's a contagious energy. You want to be around him because you have a choice in this world. When you're around other people, you can make them feel better about themselves or worse about themselves. And Cade, absolutely 110% of the time, if you're around him, he makes you feel better about yourself.
And Robyn's not alone in that sentiment.
The class period 1035 is a fundamentals of fitness class, which is a group of kids that we get to see every day that are in our RISE program. And we have anywhere from 4 to 8 students that we get to work with on a daily basis, where we get to get physically fit. And these kids are ranged from freshmen on up to seniors, and we try to keep things fun and exciting for them, but also try to teach them about physical fitness as well. I have 5 student peer mentors that we call that. Is a program that they can choose to do to earn a credit here at Roosevelt, and those 5 peer mentors are basically like teachers, and they take one-on-one time with students during class. They help with class instruction, and they just have fun with the kids. It's really open to any student that wants to come through Roosevelt, that wants to earn a credit and a peer mentorship. And I'll tell you what, I have 5 really good peer mentors this year that you have to obviously want to spend a little extra time on your off time to help. And my 5 peer mentors that do help me out do an incredible job of just leading and helping, and also just being a shoulder to lean on for these kids. Mr. Thompson is a very bright kid. As far as when I say bright, obviously he's a smart kid, but he brings this what do I want to say, glow to all the kids. The kids just absolutely love Cade when he walks through that door, and his smile just beams into these kids' eyes every day, and they just look at him as a big brother almost, and they just gravitate towards him because he's always positive and always has a great attitude for these kids.
Performing on tours and recording an album in Nashville mean missing large swaths of the school year. The school has worked hard with Cade and his family to make it all work.
Maybe his sophomore year, when he started doing some of these things, and he had made one of my choirs, and I remember having a conversation with his parents about some scheduling conflicts that might be coming up, and we said we assured that we would work around it, and we would make whatever we needed to happen. As we transitioned into his junior year, it became more and more apparent that this was a gift of his. It was his senior year, this year especially, when we knew that he was not going to be a traditional student, that he was going to be doing most of his studies online. He comes to school and does his online courses, so he's here every day. But to have that flexibility in his schedule because he'd be traveling a lot, that's when we knew it was really taking off. But I would say this has been in the works for at least 2.5 years.
I've been doing online classes here at Roosevelt, which has been just a great help. Like, seriously, the online program, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm able to do without the help of Roosevelt, and them working with me and Mr. Hazlett and my counselor, and so I'm so thankful for that. Last year was crazy because junior year is like your craziest year, and I was doing a ton of traveling at that time too, so I was doing online classes, dual credit classes while on the road, but it's like awesome to be able to live in the day and age that we live in, because that's a benefit of online classes. So yeah, Mrs. Holcomb for sure. She's just really helped support me in what I'm doing, and also partnering with the choir program, being invested in the executive chamber choir and also concert choir throughout the years. So she's just been a great supporter of me, and then also the teachers in the online program classroom helping me with homework, and because there's a different learning curve doing online classes because you don't have a teacher necessarily there. You're like learning from the computer and all that, and so having Mrs. Sitter and Mrs. Henry in that class has definitely helped me a lot.
When he's heavily involved in the vocal music program at Roosevelt, you'd think his schedules would make things hard.
It could be, but because of who Cade is and because of his achievements and his investment and his just willingness to make it work and make it happen, and the way everybody reacts back to that, he moves in and out seamlessly. He does a great job.
But mostly here, he's just missed.
This is supposed to be a semester credit for these kids, but Cade has chosen to do it for a full year with me. And so, like I said, that's totally Cade's decision. He doesn't have to do that, but he chooses to because he just enjoys being with these kids. He's enjoyed teaching these kids and just learning with them. When Cade is not in class, every one of our kids knows that. And to say they're bummed is probably pretty true. And that's just how important he is to these kids and in their lives. And but when he comes back, our kids have big smiles on their face, and they're very, very excited to see him. But like I said, when you spend that much time throughout the course of the year with a class, these kids just kind of, like I said, they gravitate towards him, and they look to him as a friend, brother, and just a person that they can go to and just hang out with. But like I said, he's a huge part to this class. When he's gone, our kids do recognize that.
This Fundamentals of Fitness class isn't the only tutoring opportunity Cade takes part in at Roosevelt either.
My senior year, I have mainly tutoring schedules, so I will peer tutor, peer mentor, two different classes. So the first class is called Social Awareness and Social Interactions, and so basically I'm just supposed to be a role model for those younger students, usually like sophomores, freshmen, and we get to talk about our life experiences and share what I've been learning, and everyone in that class comes from different backgrounds, and so yeah, it's really cool to be able to hopefully pour into those kids and see the impact throughout the semester.
Which means when he is at Roosevelt, his days are spent making music and helping others.
I was gonna do like a different class, but I really wanted to like just pour in my senior year to others, kind of a way to give back, and I think it's really good to be balanced because my life is so full of music. Sometimes it's like, okay, I just want to be able to pour into others and not even necessarily think about music, if that makes sense. So.
Let me tell you my testimony. It came without a warning. Started in my head, then it hit me in the heart. My chains started shaking, my soul started waking. I felt your joy breaking down my door. Now I'm so grateful for all that you've done.
Starting this summer, the tours will really take off.
So I'll be touring all summer long, mainly in the Midwest, some stuff possibly outside the Midwest. I'll be at Rice Fest down in Iowa, a lot of Lifelight events again this summer, North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, Minnesota, Nebraska, so kind of all up in that area, and yeah, I'm excited to be able to perform the new songs and all that.
And then?
Still working on all the details, but most likely in the fall I'll be doing some online college classes, and then also hopefully moving to Nashville to work full-time in the music industry as an artist. So.
Between now and then, he'll appear on another stage with 500 of his peers at Roosevelt's 2019 high school graduation. Until then, he'll continue to inspire audiences around the world and his peers right here.
You can conjure up all types of things that you'd think that he would bring back, especially as a teenager on tour. Things and excitement and energy, and he brings all of those things. But the main thing that everybody knows about Cade, when I think about Cade, authenticity, Humble, pure humbleness, pure heart, and really an unconditional love for all the people around him. And the more he does, the more those are his strengths and the more he exudes. He's incredible.
Cade's just one of those kids where he cares. He cares about every individual he talks to, and you know, he's always asking how you're doing. Even if he may have a bad day, he's always showing that he's got a smile on his face and that he wants to listen to what you have to say. And I think that just speaks highly of who Cade is. And you know, I've kind of watched Cade through his 4 years here at Roosevelt, and you know, he's involved in a lot of activities, whether it's show choir. Cade's involved with his church, and like I said, he's a great supporter of Roosevelt athletics and obviously extracurricular activities. And I would explain Cade in one word, and that's just positivity. He brings positivity everywhere he goes. And like I said, he's a great kid, and I'm just very, very fortunate to have him a part of our class. He's a passionate and driven kid, and I know that he's going to have a lot of success when he leaves Roosevelt.
You know, on a daily basis in our classroom, we tell people that you need to take risks to grow, that there is so much payoff in following your dreams, in dreaming big. You know, shoot for the moon and you might reach a star. And I don't think that that's something that we just say to make the room feel good. I think when someone has the opportunity to achieve their dreams, we do everything in our power to support them and encourage them and push them and be that community that raises them up. Sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. I think we could easily have a day when every household knows who Cade Thompson is and respects him and loves him just as much as we do.
There will be many more chances to see Cade perform with his Roosevelt vocal groups, and his next single is due out in April. In the meantime, you can find more about his amazing career on his website, YouTube channel, and social media pages.